Hello again, Keith Loki back with a new series. Well, new to new in the sense that these videos are new, but I actually recorded two before this one about a day or two ago, but I was so sniffly that I just felt, screw it, I'm gonna restart. So, I only got like 2 videos done of it and only like 5 or 6 flights, and it was an utter disaster the whole damn time. So, I'm gonna go ahead and restart. We're doing the engineering check tree. It's a lot different than what we usually do. I'm going to be knocking up rewards on this, and no, not re-entry heating, that's too dangerous. Resource abundance, but our penalties are also going to be up to 150. And that will be up to 5. We'll leave the money alone, everything else alone. So with the engineering tech tree, it's a big mod. Comparing this to, or a big setup, comparing this to the colony, we have about 1,700 patches in that. In this, there's 17,000. I'll show you once we get in that it's a bit bigger. A fair bit bigger. I should really actually add my own flag to this instead of using one of the presets. But I'll show off the tech tree once we get in there. But it's going to be an interesting Let's Play. Also, I have oh, what is this called again? Kerbal construction time. It's right in front of me. So when we build a craft, it's going to take time for it to build, and every time you build certain parts, they take less time to build, and it'll be understood once we start using it. I'm actually going to go ahead and throw a bunch of points into there. Research. 1 per day. Okay, so I'll explain this a little bit. We have 0.5 build points per second, so every 2 seconds we get 1 build point done. For a craft, it can take a ton of build points to build, and we can buy more once we get the cash and all that. And then for R&D, for every 86.4 thousand build points we do, we get 3.5 science, which helps researching stuff. And then development is how much science we get per day. So like, something that was worth 10 science would take 10 days to research. And for these like rates, we have 2 platforms right now. So we can only build 1 craft in the VAB and 1 craft in the spaceplane hangar. Once we get this up to this 0.5, we can upgrade the second layer to a certain point, and then it keeps going after that. So you can build like as many crafts as you want, except every other craft, or every craft after the one you just used, will be slower to build than the current one. And okay, so out of there, here's the freaking tech tree. It's huge. There is a couple trees that are empty, or a couple areas that are going to be empty, but that comes with it being so extensive. And a lot of the really big stuff is going to be at the far end, but we have, it's too many mods to name. A few of the ones that we have are a couple realistic spaceflight ones like FASA, AIES. We have remote tech, so if we're going to use a probe, it requires an antenna in range. Like the first antenna we have is only going to be, I think, I can't remember right now, but we'll go ahead and do our first flight and I'll be able to, oof, that's loud. So we're going to launch our first vessel and get our first bit of science. But a lot of this is going to be pretty confusing for a little while. We need to, at least it's going to be confusing for me. Like, as you can see here, we have 2,000 build points so far. It's going to take 1 hour and 6 minutes just to build this one part. But we also need to add more parts to it. What do we have for science? So we have these things. And this mod I'm using right now is what is it called? Sounding Rockets by Rover Dude, another mod by him, and it's just like a little small rocket to start getting science and all that. What do I got so far? This one and that one, so I need that. Oh, come on. There we go. So it's just like a little simple mod to give you early starting science. It's not a lot of science, it's just a small amount. And we need fairings. Okay. So this is going to be our first vehicle. It's going to take 6 days to build. I'm going to need battery on it also, just to be safe. So that brings it up to 77. We don't have any. Oh yeah, we also need the antenna, because for a fair bit of the prior videos, the main reason I restarted was because of my own stupidity. Like, there was a fair bit of me just being stupid as hell. Like, I had a lot of flights that ended up just going nowhere because of the fact that I just screwed up constantly. So I wanted to restart, and I had an issue where I actually ended up, with me being so sniffly and sneezy, I ended up, on the second video, for about half the video, I'm talking, but the microphone is off, which sucked. So I'm just sitting there. You can see my mouth moving and all that, but I'm not saying anything. So I ended up just saying, screw it, I'll just restart it, because I didn't want to do after the fact commentary, because after the fact commentary kind of sucks, or at least I feel like it sucks. So there's our first craft. We gotta roll it out. It's only gonna take a minute, but we are gonna wait till daytime, because I do not like doing it at night. There we go. So our first craft is ready to launch. It's on the launch pad now. And we do have life support in this for just for later. I did alter it mainly because I don't want to have to worry about carrying thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of life support. So I altered it to make it so we only have to worry about what was the math I did for it? It's a tenth of the normal speed. So say in our normal game, we would have to have 1,000 life support. In this, we only require 100 for the same amount of time. I might alter that for the other gameplay too, because it's just too much. Ooh. There's the stage crashing the plant. The best thing about this craft is pretty inexpensive. It's not fully extended. Decent. I was worried it was already fully extended and we were going to land at 10, because right now we cannot land at 10. So we launched our first vessel, which gave us a bit of cash. Whoa, we already have 92. Oh, it's because of all the world firsts. I should have looked at those. But we already have 92k. The main reason I bumped up to 1.5 times money is because I don't want to have this career be a grind fest where, oh no, we're out of money, I can't launch any missions. It's either I'm going to have to record me grinding for cash, or record me, or not record and do it in between videos. But I would prefer to have a little bit of a limit, still have to use contracts and all that to fill certain needs, but not have to worry about, oh, I ran out of cash because I built too big of a craft. Decent. There we go. Recover. And these are probably going to be about an hour long each, depending on when I finish something. But let's get our first few things. Biplanes is supposed to be fire spitter, but I didn't get fire spitter, like the actual fire spitter. I got the Rover Dude version of fire spitter because I don't like fire spitter's parts. It's a great mod and all that, don't get me wrong. It's just I don't like having how do I explain it? I just don't like biplanes. It's boring to me. So we got our first propulsion. That's going to take a day to research. As I said earlier, it's like 1 science per day, so that's going to take 1 day. And so we have that. The best thing about this mod is we can either go left or right off the bat. Left is rockets, right is airplanes. Down here is assorted fuel systems and solid rocket boosters. Like this is Separatrons and stuff like that. And then this is just pure solid rocket boosters. I'll probably end up getting a few of those sooner or later. And then we have stability for planes and such over here. And sooner or later I probably will unlock one of that, but I'm just going to avoid that for now. We're definitely going to get these, because that's like our first solar panel that we can access. And a monopropellant battery. So we're going to go for that. And it gives us a ton more parachutes, which is good. We need those. And then this will give us our first actual battery. Like over here we do get this one, only 20 electric charge, so it's not that great. But if we select over here, we can get that light, or we can get this battery, boombox, the capacitor, and safety light. So we're gonna get that. We could go up to the next tier, rocketry, which gives us no engines, but does give us some decouplers and some other stuff. What's that difference between that payload truss? Yeah, we're gonna go for this also. So that leaves us with 21. I think it'd be best if we just wait, or no. Isn't there science up here somewhere? I know there's science somewhere in this tree that we could use. Yeah, we're gonna get that. Landing. Don't need any of that. What about general construction? Currently we don't need any of that. Pathology. No, we'll avoid that. We'll just hold on to our current science right now. And we're gonna have to let's get escape the atmosphere. We'll just get that one right now, because the other one won't go away. And we have a bunch of points available. So drop 3 in you, 1 in you, and another one in that. So warp to complete. Sooner or later we will have to buy a second launch pad, which will mean we don't have to worry about reconditioning the launch pad every single time we do a flight, which can take up quite a bit of time. So we just finished all our research. So let's go check what we got. I think we still have the same probe core. Yeah, we still have the same thing. So let's restart our craft. We're going to grab the longer pay truss. Let's see how big of a difference. Yeah, it's a lot bigger. Decent. The payload cover can't even cover it. So that's our new payload cover. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put a Geiger count on it. That over there. Engineering test bay over here. Engineering and meteorologic. Put that over here. An anomaly over here. We'll put that there. And a barometer. Can't go wrong with a barometer. 2 of them. And then we need to put an avionics package. And did we get a second 14 diameter? This one had 14. Stone. Integrated omnidirectional. Oh, it actually comes with am I reading that right? So wait, I'm just gonna not risk it. I think these come with omnidirectional max save deployment speed. They're exactly the same, so okay, we're not gonna risk the craft with something that small. I'm gonna throw 2 small ones on the sides. We're not gonna care about the fairings. So we now have this new sounding rocket. It's pretty much exactly the same. Shroud, enable. I don't know what those do. But we now have this second craft. This is going to be the one that will get us... We're going to get the launch site science. And then the barometer and the Geiger counter will get more science on... Whew. Oof, gassy. So we're going to build. Not past the air checks. You should not be able to launch it without cover. List below or failed checks. Size limits exceeded. Build. Okay. So this might fail. Just as a heads up. If it does, we can rebuild it. We have the technology. But let's warp. Wait, why do we have... Size limit exceeded, so we're going to scrap that. I don't know why I built it anyway, even though it said it wasn't able to be built. That's just weird. Okay. So, launch. If we're lucky, this thing will come down fine. If not, then it is what it is. 32 signs because of the fact that we built multiple craft. No connection. Okay, yeah, I forgot batteries. For frick's sake. I thought the avionics included a built-in battery, but I guess I was wrong. Okay, we're going to go ahead and... I can't roll it back. Recover. Shoot. We could just do this over and over again and grind science, but that's not really fair. I don't really want to do that either. 2 batteries. Build. Don't save. Now, we want to warp to complete. Also, with the more times we build a vehicle, or all the parts, the more time, or the better our workers get at building that part. Our imaginary Kerbals that are producing all this shit. But the more often they build a part, the less time it takes. I think it takes the same amount of build points, but it's just they take less time to build. Keep that. Keep that. Activate that. I hate how the Geiger downer takes a little bit of time to start. Take that. Take that. Take that. Okay. Oh shit. Well, it doesn't matter as long as we don't have to worry about it crashing into the frigging... Whoa. Yeah, as long as we don't destroy ourselves. That was kind of scary. But we are fine now. But we are moving towards the side for some reason. I don't understand why that's happening. We don't have Kerbal Engineer, so I can't check it out. Come on. Yeah, why were you going to the side? It's a weird little glitch. It's like we're not even slowing down. I really hope this doesn't destroy us. No, we're fine. Sorry about that. I'm going to actually close out of Facebook now so it doesn't do that again. I hate how Facebook does that. So we now have 71 science. So we're going to go ahead and check out what other upgrades we can get. Sorry. Flat radiator. Wraparound radiator. RCS. We are going to need RCS sooner or later. Which equals that we'll get a few... Like, what's the point of that? Placa logo? Microthruster. Yeah, we'll get that. And then we'll get... Where's probe rocketry? There's probe tech, but I want to get probe. Oh yeah, I still gotta get universal storage. I forgot about that. Micro rocketry. There we go. Yeah, I want to get micro rocketry, and we'll get precision or propulsion tech, just for good measure. We'll go and get that up to 8, and bring you up to 5.5. So we're gonna try and escape the atmosphere now. Oof. New. So this one has SAS, which is nice. Now we just have to figure out how we're gonna go about batteries and such. Monopropellant. Do we have monopropellant engines? Liquid fuel, oxidizer. There we go. Just a small amount of thrust, and then we'll throw that on there, along with a Geiger counter and a barometer. I would throw the other ones on, but it's not worth the trouble. Hell, I could even try and throw one of these on, but it's not going to let me easily do that. We'll do that in another flight. Because sooner or later, we are going to have to put comms dishes on up into space, because we are using remote tech, and that requires relays and such. But later in the career, we are going to just say screw the idea of having realistic technology, because at one point or another, you get to the point where, oh, you want to do a certain flight a certain way. It's going to take... What was the math on it? It follows the speed of light. Sorry. So sooner or later you get to the point where, oh, you need to wait 5 to 10 seconds for your order to reach the ship, and it just becomes troublesome. So I usually at that point end up just lowering the whole thing to like 0. So instead of it following real life dynamics, it goes to just, it breaks physics pretty much, meaning it doesn't follow the rules, which I prefer that over having to deal with multiple flights, because, oh look, you destroyed the ability to land because you do not have access to a probe that, or your time delay is too high for you to easily control stuff. With, say, mech jab and all that, it wouldn't be too bad, but in most cases it just becomes way too difficult. Okay, these are 320. Do we have any other monopropellant engines? 310. What is this one at? 390. 290. Okay, so these should be fine. As long as they don't do what they did in the colony and destroy my freaking craft, which always aggravates me to no end. I don't know why it does it. Okay, so 10. Now, I just gotta make sure. Can these... I don't know if they can send back data. Just to be safe, we're gonna throw on one little tiny parachute. Which one's lighter? This one. Just to be safe. So if we gotta bring this thing back, we can just open up that little parachute when on our way back. Excuse me. So 16 days to build this. And we're gonna get a bit of science from it too. Bring that down here, that down there, and that down there. I really hope that omnidirectional thing works. 500 kilometers. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and build this. I just want to get out of the atmosphere and then get the science from it. If this thing doesn't get to the point where it can reconnect with us while it's doing its flight, then it's no worries. With the current amount of stuff it has on it too, it could also orbit the planet. So that's done. What upgrades? No upgrade points. Roll out. We're going to leave that on the launch pad till daytime. There we go. We're going to do a westernly launch, because if we go easternly, we're going to have issues. Well, if we go westernly, which isn't the best of ideas, but we want to go westernly just so we have the whole... The Space Center is more likely to stay under us. Why can't... What do you mean there's no... Did I forget to put electric charge on this again? God damn it. Every damn time. I thought that included electrical charge, but it did not. So we're going to throw on... I don't know why I keep forgetting about that. It's so frigging aggravating. We have 30 monopropellant. This uses 10 monopropellant per hour. So we're going to throw that on there. Where is that monopropellant located? Oh, it's our actual fuel. I can't use that. Where's this tiny friggin... Okay. Build. Roll back. Friggin' salvage that craft to pay for the next craft. I don't know if that has any losses on it. I assume it might have a little bit of losses, but oh, it infuriates me so much. Upgrades, no upgrades. VAB. So that's rolled out to the launch pad. Like, we're already 66 days in. Oof. 66 days in, and we've only done like 2 flights. Well, multiple flights, but only 2 left the launch pad. So, what do we get here? Okay. So this first stage is going to go straight up. And then the stage after that will roll over. I almost forgot that I'm going left, not right. Well, in relation to my view right now, that would be west. I'm going east this time. because that little red dot means we still have a connection. If I go if I go this way, it means the Earth or the Kerbin will rotate under me while I'm still going that way, meaning I have more of a time to be connected. Because right now, without having a network of satellites set up, it means I'm at a poor. Do I have? I'm gonna need to double check that. I need to make sure I have stage recovery because I'm gonna have to start doing that to save money. But yeah, going west means the KSC will stay under me for a longer time instead of moving away from me. We have the same engine for every single stage, so this stage is going to be a lot stronger, meaning we're probably going to get into a good orbit. We got a bunch of world firsts, so that means we got a ton more money now. What is our height at? We're at 70 or 60. Okay, we're at 85 now. Where's our electric charge at? We're at a decent electric charge. We're 996. We don't really have any reaction wheel, I don't think. Yeah, we don't have any reaction wheels, so we're gonna have to be careful. So I'm just gonna lock my area right here. We're in space. And if I'm lucky, we still have a connection for quite some time. Worst case scenario, I'm going to have to wait for us to come around and then try and land. If I do that, then I'm going to have to make sure I open up the solar panels before I lose connection, which will be in a couple seconds. Why am I spinning? Okay, we're going to have to just go ahead and activate the Geiger counter, activate the pressure. No, 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 no. Another craft that failed. I feel like North Korea right now. This thing's useless and floating in space. At least we escaped the atmosphere and paid for this thing. So, back to the Space Center. That thing's going to come crashing down sooner or later. I don't know why those engines freaked out so much. But let's go ahead and actually, no, we have a bit of science. So let's go see what we can buy. Maybe even upgrade the launch pad. Yeah, we're going to do that. Now, unmanned tech. We want something with a core or probe core. What is this? Oh, it's a separator. So we have that probe core, which is shitty. We could go for that, or we could start setting up an antenna network. Okay, 50 meters. Okay, we're gonna wait on that stuff because till we get to the point where we can actually use that stuff. It's not really needed. Let's go for that. And go for that. We have 12 left. Is there anything we can go for that's cheap? Integrated Omni, 5 kilometer, always on. Let's go for that, just for shits and giggles. Upgrades, 3 upgrades. We're gonna upgrade that to 6, that to 1, 6.5. Now, tech. Warp to complete. So there's more tech done. Launchpad. So we need, no, stop warp. We're going to start building a craft. No point in doing all this warping without building a craft. So we're going to start new. And now with this one, we can actually build a nice little craft. It's got a reaction wheel, which is nice. We need one of those. And then it's like a module craft, so we have a ton of different parts we can add to it. Like right now it has a ton of thrust to it. Like we can actually just go ahead and keep adding these onto it till it has a ton of friggin' thrust. And then what we'll do is add some Geiger counters, a barometer, and then 2 of you, 2 of you, 2 of you, 2 of you. Now we need batteries. Now where's the battery for this type of craft? Okay, so it's the AIS. So there's the batteries for it. Now we are going to put these on it. Because we are gonna, are they static? Yeah, we're gonna put the tracking ones on because I don't want static ones because that ends up with like, oh, you pointed the wrong direction. You're screwed now. And then we also need a directional antenna. Or an omnidirectional antenna. I don't want a directional one because that just equals into bad things. Oh, that is productivity. Didn't know that. Okay. So we got this set up and it's only 2 tons, which is nice. So we got that detacher there. Put that on there. Well, let's see. 390. So it's got a good ISP once it gets into orbit. Okay. So that's for getting into orbit. Throw that on there. And got a weird fairing on it because there's no actual engine there. And then we want this one. And it's got no fuel with that tank. We'll throw, what's that one got? Throw this one on. 1400. And then let's see. So this one has no, or gimbal, 320 by 280. This has 320 by 370. We're going to throw that on as the first stage because it has a better thrust ratio. And to keep it on point, we're going to throw on some fins. Because the first stage is no gimbal, so we have really no control over it. But if we can keep it aerodynamically sound, we are going to be golden. Now, do we have transmission ability? I think we do. I'm just going to leave this in orbit. Worst case scenario, me. Deployable solar panel, but it has no freaking movement. Whatever. Okay. Let's throw in some Gemini lights. Just for shits and giggles. They're not really important. So they got lights on one side. Okay. So, AES SAT. Save. Build. Part count limit exceeded. Shit. Okay, we're gonna exit real quickly and see if we have enough cash to upgrade. We do not. Hmm. Okay. That, and then we're gonna go ahead and. Oh yeah, we need to. Wait, does that mean expires in 5 hours? Expires in 1 day. What's worth more money? That one is. Let's see if we can build something in less than 1 day. Save, new. Build. 3 days. 2 hours. Good, 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 good. 1 day. And then we need to take Mercury parachute. 4 days, really? How much does this cost? It costs 1,000. You're only giving me. Screw it. Build. It's a bit of money. Who cares? And that doesn't even finish. So I guess that. So we have that, but we can only test one at a. We're gonna grab that one also. Actually, we can't. It expires in 1 day and 4 hours. Okay, so we need to roll out. 1 minute and 41 seconds to roll out. Launch. So this will get us a little bit of money and a little bit of science and rep, but not a lot. Okay. Let me guess. God damn it, I am freaking angry right now. I keep on forgetting batteries. Every damn time. Put a goddamn battery on it. Don't save. Let's see if we can pull that back and edit it. Roll back. Warp to there. Edit. It's the one thing I keep on forgetting about. I can edit the crafts instead of launching them. So I just need to throw a crappy little battery on it, meaning it will take another 5 minutes to do. Save edits. So in 5 minutes that will be ready to launch instead of just abandoning it completely. Roll out. Launch. Okay. So pull this down. Now what do we need to do? Have Mercury parachute. What is this? Hull Mercury. Okay, if this doesn't work when we land, I'm not going to be pleased. Because that is the Mercury parachute. And it's going to take a bit of time to land. Is what it is. A little bit further. Well, a lot bit further. In flight above Kerbin. There's no extra stuff to it, so I don't know if I got it or not. I need to take off this hat. Come on. Come down faster. A nice leisurely descent back to Kerbin. Well, to terra firma. What energy do we have left? We have no energy left. We're bled dry. Hopefully this works. Because otherwise I don't know what is required of this parachute. Hull Mercury Parachute Mini. I'm not using the Mini, am I? This is a normal parachute. I'll have to double check once I land. We're falling at like 4.8 meters per second. And touchdown. Recover vessel. We're gonna get like, how much are we gonna get back? Probably like 300. 0.2 science. And we got quite a bit of cash back from that. Do we have any upgrades that we can use? No. Okay. So we need to haul the Mini. What the hell is the Mini? I saw Mercury parachute. Maybe I'm wrong, that's the only parachute. Damn it, damn it, damn it. 3 days to build. Let's just bring you down to pretty much nothing. Build. Don't save. Oof, that's blinding. Now, we need to warp till that's done. Roll out. Warp to complete. Launch. I don't have to worry about it being night because this thing's just going to go and then down. There's like 80 meters in it. Is it complete? Yay, we got the challenge done. And we're falling at a quicker rate too, thank God. Mission control is still 5 days out. Cover. Probably do one more flight and then end the video here. So, the Gemini parachute splashed down. Gives us the most cash. We're going to try this one. Plus, it's easier to do because we don't have to friggin' fly over somewhere. It's just, we're here. Okay. I really hope this isn't like... So it's 60 meters. 60. So let's pop you off. It's huge. Okay. Build. Exit. Don't save. Let's just grab that. You might be able to still do it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because we might still be able to do it, even though we're still on the launch pad, because it will say cannot deploy still on the launch pad, but it will activate through the staging sequence. Okay, we're going to go ahead and... revert to launch. Okay, what parachute do we have? We have the Gemini parachute, Mercury parachute, and flight over Kerbin. Shoot. Okay, why isn't it? Activate through staging sequence. All test conditions are met. At the launch site, landed. There's nothing I can do to do it then. Oh. Return to Space Center. Something's stopping us. I think it's stage recovery. Let's double check that. No, we don't have it. Recover. Active. Freaking cancel that one because we can't do it. Flight over Kerbin. So we have those two parachutes. Flight over Kerbin, test Mercury parachute, mini and flight over Kerbin. Okay, so we're also going to grab the TRV1 stack decoupler. If we're lucky, this will give us a fair bit of money. I'm just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna start over completely. Don't save. So we have this. Now, we need to test the Mercury parachute and the mini parachute. Mercury and the Mercury normal parachute. And then we need to test out where's the TRV1? Did it not unlock it for me? Oh no, I'm in the wrong goddamn. No, I'm in the right area. Why isn't it? Ah, there it is. Okay, there's that. Give it a battery or two. Oh, and we can also do science with this. You don't have to worry about crashing hard either, because we have so much damn crap on this thing. Oh, I'm getting gassy. That one there, and then the Geiger counter over here. Or do you come with an omnidirectional? Integrated omni, always on. Okay. Now we need. What's your thrust to weight ratio? Yeah, you should be good. Do you have a gimbal? Gimbal 2.5. So, build, exit, don't save. If we're lucky, that gimbal or that omnidirectional thing isn't lying to me, so we don't have to worry about not having enough friggin' not being able to connect with the probe. Launch. So we just roll over, go into the water. Do you have connection? We do, so it has connection. That's great. So we want to head over this way. Do those. Then we'll decouple this part. What in the hell? What do you mean we have no connection? Okay. Back to launch. What is it, like a 3 meter or like 3 mile connection or something like that? Because I don't think that makes any sense. Oh. I didn't want to recover the vessel completely. Okay, I didn't recover it completely, it's just edit. Sometimes this engineering tech tree thing just frustrates me to no end. Because, what is that saying? 3 kilometers. I don't think we got 3 kilometers away from the KSC in that little jauntly flight we did. 500 kilometers. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and put one of these on here. Now, save, fill tanks. No, frig filling tanks. Save edits. Stupid bullshit. Shouldn't have issues like this. Well, that might be understandable for 3 kilometers. I don't know. Kerbin is 1/10 of the size of Earth, so that could be 3 kilometers. You don't have any electric charge generation? So now we're going to get some science from landing down here. 2.3. So we got a bunch more money too. That thing already crashed into the water. So we gotta frigging fall a fair bit of height. Okay, we're gonna quick save real quick. You quick save? Yeah. Cut shoot. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Worst case scenario, we can just. Yeah, we're gonna load last quick save. It's doing nothing. So it was the big chute doing all the damn work. So we just need a splash down. Come on. Come down to friggin' terra firma. Well, water firma. Oh, friggin' long friggin' fall. At least we'll have enough electric charge to deal with this, and then we can also decouple that. Still has a bunch of chutes left also, but we need an engineer to repack that chute so we can then launch it again. 30, 20, 10. Friggin' it's sinking in the water. So we got all the data we need. Now, do that test. Hey, let's do the ocean depth stuff. Maybe we can get a bit of cash from this. I forget the exact milestones, but I don't think we're going to be orbiting Kerbin in this video, but next video we probably can. To start off, I'll most likely be launching satellites, because we have enough science to research some better antennas. Okay, we must be heavy at one side. More money! We're up to almost 2,000, or 200,000. I think we're coming up on the bottoms though. We're moving at a pretty slow rate too, so we don't have anything to worry about. Let's quick save just to be safe. Come on, just hit the bottom already. Yeah, pretty much at the bottom, like 50 meters. Hit the bottom of the ocean. And we're at electric charge. we're going to go ahead and end that video here. So in the first video, we got our few flights done. We got a bit of the tech tree unlocked. We still got a lot of the tech tree unlocked. But I thank you for watching. I need to find a better place for this webcam. Uh-oh. It's going to fall. But I thank you for watching. If you like the video, leave a like. If you dislike the video, leave a dislike and a comment. I'd love to hear from you and just know why you dislike the video. If you want to see future updates, I update Monday to Friday and most times Saturday. And today, Sunday, I did update some challenge videos. But I thank you for watching. I'm Keith Loki, and you have a good night.